the Cleveland Browns right here. So I really don't expect to do much with the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna sell this team. I'm gonna see what we got and see what we can get off of this team and get some draft picks. Um, 30th value, 30th team. There's what 30 teams? No, there's about 32 teams, and we're third to last. So we're gonna make some moves here and see what we can do. We need a lot of everything, so we're gonna see who needs what from us. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna do manual turn. We're not gonna try to upgrade anything. I'm not giving anything away. We're gonna be getting stuff. We're gonna be getting draft picks. So our best player is Joe Thomas, which has been with the Browns for quite a while, age 31. Who is our backup left tackle? How bad is he? 69. Will Yeatman, which is 28 years old. So, like, I understand this is going to be pretty bad. If you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you don't want to see, because I'm going to be getting rid of this team. I'm destroying a lot of it. And I'm thinking, these guys haven't really been able to win anything. So maybe it's just time to set everything apart and just see what we can get and start off new with rookies and whatnot. And I think we got to get rid of, I know an offensive line is great, but I think Joe Thomas has to go. We have to get rid of him, send him to a team that actually needs a left tackle, but not in the division, because I don't want it to hurt us later on. So the Broncos need a left tackle, but the Broncos are a solid squad. I want to get to like a medium team. The Buccaneers can probably give me something. So let's see if the Bucs have a pick that we can take away from them. The first round pick projected to be 11th. Joe Thomas is probably going to be a second round pick. So let's try to see if it's second and third is okay with it. Second and third pick for Joe Thomas, the franchise of the Cleveland Browns, and maybe we can push him. Maybe we can get another, like a later pick, and just go crazy with draft picks for Cleveland. So the fifth round, let's go second, third, and fifth. And it seems like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a trade. Joe Thomas is going to the Buccaneers, and he will be their new left tackle. And we got a second and a third and a fifth round pick for the Buccaneers, from the Buccaneers. So that adds something to the team. So, all right, cool. So let's go to the trade here. Let's go back to the trade. Who is next? 26, so he's still okay. He's still valuable. Will Hill's also valuable too. Gary Barnes is 30 years old. Who's our backup tight end? Our backup tight end is pretty bad. Pretty bad stuff right there. But again, 30 years old, not going to fit the plans of the team. So we're going to go to another team that needs a tight end, I guess. Tight end for now, and we're going to try to see what we can get off of that tight ends. That team's got tight ends up to yin yang. This team needs receivers. Just going to keep going around. What team needs a tight end? The Eagles have like 3 tight ends that are really good. Well, that's not going to happen. The 49ers, who the hell is their tight end? Maybe we can get something off the 49ers. Yeah, they need a tight end too. Their tight end is Jim Dre, which isn't much better, but they got Garrett Selleck. So but again, 68 overall, and I can give them something better than that. So what would Selleck at 20? Well, I think we're gonna take Selleck as the guy who will be the overall one, but I guess we can try to see if we can get like a 4th round pick off of this and see if they're okay with it. So tight end for tight end and a 4th round pick. So it's better than nothing, right? Talented player, not very skilled. Good pick, good value for that. All right, so that's a deal. Like I said, it's a fire, so we're just getting rid of the Cleveland Browns. Gonna try to get as many picks as we can, see what we can find. Shelton, 23, he's good. Still 24, 23. These dudes are still good. Trevor Pryor, he's still okay. I'll trust him there. Garrett Reynolds, 29. Ooh, left guard though, I'm not gonna destroy the line like that. But this man right here, Josh Gordon, got a lot of problems off the field. We're going to find someone that needs a receiver, and we're going to give someone that needs a receiver. Oh, the Giants would, but again, look at the Giants. They're not interested in that right there. Not interested at all, neither. The Jets could probably, no, the Lions, I know the Lions would be interested in a receiver. Why wouldn't they? So with the Panthers and all these teams would be interested in one. But I think the best team to set is the Giants, but the Giants will have a lot. But we want something big off of it. We're not going to just give it away. Who needs a receiver? That's the question. The Chargers show medium range, so the Chargers are interested in something. The Bucks are interested, but we already took some of their picks already, so we're not going to go there. The Bills show no interest in that. The Bears, nope. The Vikings, nah. Titans are like, no, we have Mariota, but the Texans are looking for a receiver. Why not see what we can get off of them? Maybe we can get a draft pick off of them. I want a second pick for him, for Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon's a talented receiver. And we're going to go for that. And maybe we'll take off a receiver, just Stanley Cooper. Go Marquise Goodwin. No, Marquise Goodwin, I already saw him earlier. He's good. So we'll just take some trash off of your hat, and we'll just give you that. And how about you guys add in another pick? We'll give them the since we do own the Houston Texans, well, we'll add the 5th round pick to that for Josh Gordon. So Josh Gordon is going to the Houston Texans, and he will be going at a good value. Could be a bad value for the pick. Oh, Jesus Christ! But again, we're not going to use Josh Gordon in the future. He's pretty much done for us, and we're not going to really need that at all. So let's see if there's anybody else that's wasting our time. I know we have Mr. What's his name? RG3, but Joe Hayden 27. This is a tough one. He's a good player, but 16 interceptions, and he's good. Trust me. Who's our backup cornerbacks after them? Then we got to give these guys a chance. So, you know, Joe Hayden's as a franchise player here too, but it's time to send him away. And the Bears look like they're like, hey, let's make a deal. Let's do something here. So we want their 1st round pick. The Bears are not going to give that away. We're not going to give that away for the Bears. So it doesn't seem like we're going to strike anything with the Bears here, because the Bears aren't in win now mode. Joe Hayden wants to do something. The Titans could be a good pick for him. You know, the Titans need quarterbacks. Who are their cornerbacks? Who are the Titans quarterbacks? McCourty and McCain, and yeah, they could use a guy like this, but they're not going to give me that high of a pick. They have 2 picks. They have the 2nd and the 5th round pick. For 2017. So they got picks that we want, which would be great. But those are too high, and they're not going to offer that unless we trade them our 1st round pick. But we're going to be pretty bad, so no. Cornerbacks. The Steelers will like a cornerback, but we're not trading to in rivals like that. Who the Seahawks? The Seahawks can give us something interesting. Maybe they can give us something. It's send Joe Hayden over there as Richard Sherman, and then it drops off. So imagine Sherman and Hayden together. But if we can give them this, we're gonna try to take something away from them. And that's that 1st round pick. That's what we want for Joe Hayden. We'll toss in a little pick right here just to make sure, you know, they get something off it. We'll toss in a 2nd round pick. We'll toss in that one right there. Bam. We'll toss that bad boy in there. And they're not interested in this pick at all. So we're gonna remove. They're not interested in it. Okay, whatever. 1st round pick for Joe Hayden. It's a good value. So Joe Hayden is bringing us a 1st round pick. I think we're straight on our draft picks. We got a lot of good draft picks here. See, we got 1, 2, we got 3 1st round picks for the Browns. Four picks in the 2nd round, and a couple 3rd rounds. So yeah, the 2017 draft we're gonna be picked a lot. So I don't think we're gonna strip it anymore. We'll see what we can get right now from the free agency market. See any guys out there, just pick them up, see what they can bring to the team. I think we just need to see what's out there. Receivers, I guess we need a receiver here. We'll bring in I guess we'll sign in. I don't even know how to say his name, but I just like his name, and I wouldn't mind seeing it. But I think we're gonna go for Rod Streeter for the Browns, just to bring him in for 1 year and let him have something. Bring in a left tackle. Do we need left tackle? We need somebody to replace Joe Thomas, the right tackle. He was right. I don't know. We'll bring in Jamon Merritt. What's his 2.5? That's cool. Alright, so that's fine. And then we got to bring in a cornerback just to make sure we're good. Got some depth down there. We're gonna bring in Brandon Williams, 26. Who's got speed? That's the question. I want someone with speed. He's got speed. He's got some good speed and acceleration. So let's bring him in here. And there we go. So now let's look at our depth chart. Let's look at what we got now as the Cleveland Browns are pretty much just saying, you know, we're gonna fold this season up. Our quarterbacks are McCowan, Kessler, and RG3. Not looking great right there. So our running backs still Isaiah Crowell, so he's a good running back, but yeah, we're not gonna do much. Just saying that pretty much. We're not doing much here. Depth chart. So that's fine. McCowan over. Let's start McCowan. I guess I want Kessler, but I also want McCowan. So we're gonna go Kessler. We're not gonna go McCowan. First game. We're not, you know, it is what it is. Duke Johnson Jr. has got some good speed, but Isaiah Crowell is the guy we're gonna stick by. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll send Isaiah Crowell away. We'll stick with Duke. Terrell Pryor is our main receiver. Corey Coleman, Drew Hawkins. And this is not bad at all. That's what we're working with. Tight ends. We did replace our tight ends with with Garrett Selleck. Garrett Selleck will be our guy. No left tackles anymore, but Yeatman will be our guy. So we're hoping he's able to do some good stuff, and hoping he's able to save us. Left guard, center. It's not bad. Right guard. Alvin Bailey. Will Yeatman again. Meredith. I want to move Meredith over here because he seems to left tackle. So where's Meredith at? Right there. He'll be a 70. He'll still be better than Yeatman. Yeatman's not that great. So there we go. So if anything happens to Pastor, we got those guys. So we're good here. We're good here. Cornerbacks. This is the spot. So our number one is Jamar Taylor, then Jamar Williams Jr., and then where's the guy from Miami that we picked up? Not even in the charts. Where's our speed right here? Brandon Williams. That's who we picked up. He's a fourth cornerback. We're gonna put him over our other. I guess. It doesn't really matter, does it? Where we put him? They're both rookies, but one rookie was faster than the other. And I'm gonna put Brandon Williams over in the third spot. See how it works against the Eagles, and there are no defense. I'm just kidding, there are nobody. But the Eagles are fine. The Eagles are good. Everything's set with the Eagles, and this is the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles game. Enjoy. I will be taking a dookie for 30 minutes. That's right.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to...
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is Ryan Matthews. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
6 yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz on third down. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going best deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the first down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. When you let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Unable to complete it to Green Beckham. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's got his man. That's the veteran Selleck with an Eagle touchdown. Brent Selleck, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And for quarterback Carson Wentz, touchdown pass #1 of his career.
And he is so used to rising up on charts, moving up in people's minds. I first heard about him when he was a junior at North Dakota State. I didn't get serious about scouting him until his senior year, and all I kept seeing was improvement throughout. He's got the frame, he's got the arm, he's got the athletic ability, and he has the moxie. Yeah, I'm with you. The first of many.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man making his first NFL start from USC. It's the 3rd-round pick, Cody Kessler.
And he was specifically targeted by Cleveland to be a draft pick. Head coach Hugh Jackson, a former assistant at USC, knows their system well, knows that program, knows that team, and he really liked Cody Kessler. They grabbed him in the 3rd round earlier than what people would think. A very nice decision maker, gets the ball to the right people and lets them do work almost like a point guard playing basketball.
And now he's getting his opportunity. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's got room. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. And the offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On 3rd and goal, Kessler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. It's picked off by Louis Delmas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Now, that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I die.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. So the first rushing touchdown of the career of the former Hurricane Duke Johnson. He didn't score last year as a rookie.
Hard to believe with that type of talent, but he's going to have plenty of opportunities in 2016. This offense that they're going to run now starts with the running game, and he'll be a central figure in order to get that done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he could only stay healthy, but his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his second year with the Eagles. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. 3rd down now following the run.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. We focus our attention now on the Eagles defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down throw for Kessler. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Kessler on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Holding offense.
And that penalty will wipe out a big gain by the offense. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Out of the gun, Kessler. With a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really see?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Andrew Hawkins from 21 yards away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Wentz. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Left side, caught by Matthews. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. A dump off to Sproles. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Wins to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his teeth.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Eagles right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Browns look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Eagles taking control early in the first. Matthews is...
Hey, Charles, can you give me a water? Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will check.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they run in the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now Sproles. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they...
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
On second down, Kessler. He's going to air one out. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
86 to man.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. On third down, Kessler. And it's caught by Saleh. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Now it's Crowell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 63 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
To the right side, caught by Saleh. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they could make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They didn't really...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Risky. And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd and 10. Here's Kessler again. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's got time. And now another one thrown incomplete. Rod Streeter, the intended receiver. And that brings up Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Will Hill, the strong safety there to get him down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ryan Matthews taking it in. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And how about that giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. The Eagle Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Kessler. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you...
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
A little seesaw battle,
right?
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And let's look here now at Ryan Matthews. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Set! Lead 18!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. Cut back to the left. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews, 76 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Kessler, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football. Whoosh.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now wins. This would complete left side to Green Beckham. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That ball's caught. Aguilar writes in 2nd and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He's back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Matthews unable to hang on, and it's 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! 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 Hot!
On 3rd down, Johnson. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run with Crowell, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, it's a win in the debut of head coach Hugh Jackson. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it'll be a losing debut for rookie head coach Doug Peterson. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Score the edge to Hugh Jackson in his Cleveland Brown debut as we say so long from Philly.